Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another weekly update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, get into the TA. Alright, guys, so we are going to start today's video off with SMH. Why? Because semis will be leading the overall market. Semis lead the NASDAQ. NASDAQ will lead SPY. And that is why we're going to cover SMH first in this video. Alright. I'm just going to put an arrow on the board as I point to things. Over here, you had the previous all-time high. Over here, during July, you stalled out at the previous all-time high, but you did break it. You made a new one. Then you consolidated in a bull flag-like manner after having a massive cup. What did this form? The handle. The bull flag was the handle to the massive cup. We now have a massive cup and handle. You then broke out to the upside of the massive cup and handle. What do you have right now? You have the retest of the massive cup and handle. What am I getting at? This is an insanely bullish chart. That is all I'm really getting at. And if this thing is going to be leading the overall market, then boom, we should be extremely bullish on the overall market. Now, I am not saying we are not going to pull back over there on SPY, QQ, and IWM. I am just pointing, and DIA. But, you know, I'm just pointing out this thing looks not so bad at all. Like, not even close. Now, you do have this bearish divergence going on here on the daily or on the weekly RSI over here. But it really does not look bad. And if you come down to the daily time frame, you literally just came down to where you broke out from. Not even, you know, the previous all-time high we were just talking about. Take off that line altogether. And you literally just have your support here. This is where you broke out from. You had buyers support you where you needed to. All right, now we're going to come over here to DIA. I'm going to point out here on the weekly time frame, since this is the weekly update, guys, we're only like 1.7% away from all-time highs. Nope, I was wrong. You were 2% away from all-time highs. That is, you know, that's pretty doable. I'm just putting it out there. And if DIA is going to push all-time highs, then it is very likely that the other indexes are going to be following. Now you come over here to QQQ, and what do we have, guys? You had QQ trying to put in the top, and it looks like you engulfed, you know, the previous few weeks of price action here with a reversal candlestick while you're already at the top. It looks like this thing wants to keep pushing. I'm not saying it keeps pushing, but I am definitely going to point out, like I did in my last video, QQ could get a little bit crazy here. More crazy before it gets a little normal and pulls back. I do think it's going to pull back, but like I pointed out in the last video, you don't have any resistance here. Until the previous all-time high, until 400 here on QQ, you don't have any resistance. So that is also something to keep in the back of your mind. Then you come over here to SPY. Guys, we've already broken the July high and above 459.44. We have no resistance till we reach 462.07. Once we reach 462.07, above there, guys, we'll have nothing until all-time high. Do I think you're going to run another 4% without a massive pullback? No. Yeah, I really don't. I strongly think this is how this is going to play out. You're going to see something like this. Like, in all honesty, this is exactly how I think it's going to play out. You can go a little higher, all right? I do think you're going to go a little higher. I don't know how much higher. I have absolutely no idea. You're probably going to overthrow this 462 level right here just because you are having a decent sized breakout right here, guys. This is the July top. We're breaking through the July top. You already found sellers over here. The fact that sellers thought they were winning over here and then boom, you bounced right back up. And now you're over there. That means anyone who is selling short up here thinking you were about to have a reversal down to here like me over here. I was thinking, you know, you're going to do that. Guess what? You're going to be underwater if you're up here. And that could cause a further short squeeze. Guys, I'm just talking you through these charts right here. All right? I got you. Right here. Bearish divergences. Guys, they're still in play. They don't tell us when something's going to happen. They just tell us that that thing is going to happen. We're still looking for that pullback. But it doesn't mean it's going to happen right away. It does not mean it's going to happen right now. Now, we will come over here to DXY. You have already broken out of your reversal pattern right here. Your falling wedge, got the retest, and I'm expecting you to break out to the upside here over this this resistance right here. You're probably going to start trekking back up to, you know, I don't know, 105, 106. All right, but you have that going on. You got VIX over here. You already broke out from this parallel descending channel you got going on here. And now you're putting in a bullish divergence over here on the daily RSI. I think you're probably going to get some buyers over here on the VIX and think you're going to push up to this 15 level. All right, guys, so you're at long-term support over here on Mr. VIX. DXY is looking like you're probably going to start reversing from here. All right. I know I saw this. This is what I was seeing cause some panic over here. I'm not saying this thing is going to be, rallying out of here. But you are right here at a downtrend from your parallel channel. And just putting it out there, if you do break out from there, it's just going to add on to the things that we're discussing in this video that support, hey, we're looking for that pullback. Makes no sense to be really longing up here. All right. You are now so close here to all-time highs on QQ that why are you just going to sit there and hold long? Doesn't make sense. So you want this pullback to get the next wave of buyers that are going to support this market to the upside. Because right now, guys, it's going on like, fumes here. The short squeeze short squeeze, that's the fumes. It's not actual buyers behind it. It's just the fumes. So I do think those fumes are going to run out at some point, and we are going to end up rolling over. But we don't have any signal yet that we're getting that rollover. Now, something else I will point out over here on QQ is you just put on this Fibonacci retracement. Guess what? You're already over the 0.786 fib. It means you're probably going to push up here to the high, which is at 394.14. You do that, guys, I'm just saying this whole thing is just going to look like bullish consolidation. Then boom, you could actually treat this like a double bottom here. There you go. And you're going to push right up here at the $400. So, we're just talking about everything, guys. This is the dang weekly update. We're putting everything out on the table. There we go. DIA with the new new all-time high incoming, guys. We're 2% away. I honestly think this is probably going to reach all-time highs before it pulls back now. I see this. That increasing volume. You don't have any signs of sellers stepping up here yet. Looks good to go. All right, guys. So I'm going to conclude talking about the indices on here. Someone wanted me to cover IWM. I'm just letting you know, all right? I think IWM is the lagger. July high, current price. July high, current price. July high, current price. July high, current price. IWM, July high, current price. What's going on here? All right, guys, we now have everything else at the same price as they were at the July high or more. And now IWM is all the way down here. All this is telling me is when we were back in July, all right, there was a certain amount of money in here. That money is right now, it's on the sidelines. It's waiting to enter the market again. You have more money over here in every single other one compared to when they were back at the July high over here. IWM doesn't even have an equivalent amount to what it had back at the July high. IWM will be the lagger. This will be the thing getting the most amount of short squeeze going. All right. And yeah, it'll have the most boom fuel out of all of these indices is my personal opinion on this. Why? Because of what I'm talking about right here. Everything else, it has more money than in the basket than it did back in July. IWM doesn't, IWM has like half as much. Let's just look at where you are in terms of retracement here. Guys, you have another 1/3 of the money that was back up here waiting to enter IWM. This is going to have outsized returns to the upside if this market keeps rallying higher. That is how I see it. You wanted IWM. There's literally all my thoughts, all the beans and potatoes over here on IWM. Move on. All right, 2 setups I'm going to be focusing on into this week. All right, for short-term options. Now, I will actually also point this out. Congrats to anybody who played this. All right, I didn't play this move over here, but you're still going crazy over here in Upstart. I pointed out in my last video, I think this thing goes crazy, but it's not one that I really say looks too clean. It's just one I know it's, high short interest name. It's probably going to go nuts. Carvana, also high short interest name, but it looks extremely clean. And I think you're probably going to start pushing up here to $46. So that's the first setup I want to be focusing on going into this week. There will be more, but that is number one. The other setup I think looks extremely clean is over here on the 4-hour. You can see Tesla, guys. It's brewing. All right. It's getting tight up here. I think you're probably going to explode upward. All right. And yeah, guys, I think this thing's getting ready to go. I'm going to be completely honest here. All right. And if it can break out, I don't think it's going to be a false breakout and you're just going to come back in. I think, like, you know, you're probably going to see a pullback. People are going to be like, nah, it's a false breakout. And then, no, it's just going to shred everyone. And then you're going to probably see a $30 move over here on Tesla. So I do think next few weeks, Tesla. You see my alert right over here, all right? You know, I want to even see... We get back up here. Can we get back up to 250? All right, I'll start watching right there. I think it's going to get a lot of short-term momentum if you can get above this trend line. There we go. All right, those are the two hot setups going into this week. And with that being said, I will catch y'all next week on Monday. Peace.